everybody. It's that time of the year. The holidays are coming, so we wanted to record an episode here to give you some holiday hockey hacks when it comes to gift giving, right? We wanted to give you some ways to save a lot of money. Also remind you of all the people you should be thinking about this time of year, from coaches to players to managers to refs to Zamboni drivers to rink attendants. We kind of covered all in this. So in the interest of time, instead of telling you all the holiday deals we have going on, between the three of us, Mike, Christy, and myself, we've got a lot of great bundle deals for you. So whether it's books or you're looking for a team speaker in person on Zoom, or what Mike offers at Mike Benelli Hockey Solutions that's great for coaches and teams, just email us directly, team@ourkidsplayhockey.com, and say, hey, I'm interested in your team bundles or your gifts or your deals for the holidays, and we'll get you an email right back with everything we're providing. But I'll tell you right now, we're providing some great things for really great cost that can help your team. It's kind of a one-stop. If you're looking, I want to get my 10 or 20 rostered kids something great this holiday season, email us, team@ourkidsplayhockey.com, and we'll give you some great offers or send you in the right direction. But without further ado, enjoy this episode about hockey hacks for the holidays. Here we go. Hello, hockey friends and families around the world, and welcome to another edition of Our Kids Pay a Lot of Money for Hockey. I'm sorry, no, Our Kids Play Hockey. This is our annual gift-giving episode. Get festive. Hear the sounds of the holidays, whichever one you celebrate, or if you don't celebrate the holidays, hear the sounds of the year coming to an end once again. We're going to do a fun one for you today. We really wanted to do an episode, kind of like a holiday hacks episode, of how you can save money this holiday season. We're all very experienced in this realm, from being parents, from being business owners, from being in the game this holiday season. And we wanted to get it out now for you last-minute shoppers, so that we know we can give you these tips ahead of time, prior to the end of the year. So with that, I want to bring in my co-host, the best gift any podcast host could ever have, the best co-host ever, Mike Benelli, Christy Casciano Burns. And for those of you watching, Duke, Christy's dog, is on the screen right now. He's looking very festive. Just kind of wondering what's going on. Who is that loud voice booming through my phone? Guys, welcome to the show. It's good to have you back, as always, because you're on every episode.
Good day.
It is good. Also, I just want to make a clarification. When you said our kids pay a lot of money for hockey,
yes,
no, they don't pay a penny. It's us parents who pay all the money for hockey, and that's why we're here today, because we're going to try and help you save some bucks.
I think the new name of the show is Our Kids Cost Money. That you can make a show called that all the time.
A lot of money.
Our kids cost a lot of money.
A lot of money.
A new #1 podcast across the parenting sphere. But no, we're going to jump right in. The way we're going to do this episode, friends, is we're going to break it down kind of into coaches and managers' gifts. Don't forget them. They work very hard. And then player gifts, both as a team and as individuals, because there's actually a ways to save a lot of money when you're looking for this. And again, we've been around the ringer a few times, and it's important. So let's just start with coach and managers. I'm going to throw it over to Mike. Mike, often forgotten, often remembered at the same time. But when it comes to the holiday gift, let me ask you this question. How many beer cups do you have with your name on it?
Yeah, it's glass mugs, like a #1 hockey coach. And I get them early, so it's good. Usually if you get them at the end of the year, maybe it didn't say maybe it's #4 hockey coach, but it's early. It's early enough. Yes, lots of mugs, lots of dated mugs, and beer steins, which is fine. But I do think we can do better, and I think we can do. So I have a couple of hacks actually that you can kind of give your coach a great gift and maybe send a message at the same time. So.
Oh. I'm going to take some notes.
Yeah.
So
let's go.
So there's so many cool things you can do for your coaches. One of the things you can do, and I've actually had this, helped a couple of organizations the last couple of years do this. There's if you're going to pull money together for parents, and I know we do a lot of stuff with like the coaches site, right? So one of the groups, the coaches site, has a conference every year. So right now, going on still right now, is a discount, 50% off if you sign up for their live conference, right? So I've been sending out notices to the organizations I work with to say, listen, get your parents together now, buy your gift now, 50% off. The coach isn't going to know that. He thinks it's a $600 gift. It's really a $300 gift, but you can send the message that not only do we appreciate you, coach, but you can then help educate that coach a little bit more as well, because you're sending them to a hockey clinic that they may or may not, want to, sign up for on their own, but it's just some other ways. And I think organizations can do this too, because I think what we forget is a lot of times, depending on the organization, they'll put money in their budget to help buy coaching gifts. Only because it's, Lee, you talk about it all the time, and Christy, right? We've talked about this in the parent episodes of, let's pool our resources together as groups. And now instead of it costing me, $150 for a gift, it's $25.99, but everyone contributes. So now this coach leaves there with something great. Now, again, not that I don't need another hockey jacket and another sweatshirt and another beer mug,
Stein,
but there's really good opportunities to enhance your coaching staff by, getting them a gift of, a drill database, access, a coaching conference, an opportunity. I just started working with this company, Hyperice, and they sell these like vibrating massage balls, and they're great. Like, and I'm like, holy crap! Like, I love that thing. I have it in my bag. I take it out after I get my skates off. I roll my foot on it for 8-9 minutes, and boom, I feel like a new person. So all like little gifts like that you could think about, and a lot of it could be done by pooling your resources together. And again, it's a really, they're gifts that not only will the coach use for a longer period of time, but they'll actually use because they're using it on the ice and in their everyday life of coaching your kids.
Oh, those are great ideas. I love the massage. I didn't think of that one. We had a lot of success one year. Everybody pooled, and we actually got a lot of money together to buy gift cards, gas cards for the coaches, because very useful. They were very appreciative of that, because a lot of the coaches were going through the summer also continuing coaching. So that was a great gift for the coaches, gas cards. Think about that. Restaurant, if they have a favorite place where they eat, a restaurant is always good. And if you want to do something sentimental, we got coasters, because a lot of times you run out of coasters, or they get used, with a team photo on it, or a nice frame photo of the coach with the kids, a special moment that happened during the season. Those are always gifts, great gifts, and they don't cost a lot of money either, especially when you pool. That's fantastic. If you all chip in to buy a good gift for the coach, instead of going your own separate way, like, I think I'm going to buy the coach a hat, or I'm going to buy the coach. You all get together and come up with a common gift, and I'll chip in, $6-7. Come up with
when it's the one parent, mom or dad, that's like spearheading it, right? And all of a sudden you get a gift card to Dunkin' Donuts for $100, and you have 19 kids on the team, and like, okay, I know they probably bought the card on their own, and they didn't have any contribution from anybody else, it's just sad. But it just but I think those are great points. Like, those are like, coffee cards and gas cards never go out of style, and I think they won't get unused. So I think anything like that is where you show some appreciation, but it actually helps the coach.
Yeah,
exactly.
A few things on this for me. Number one is anything to save money. I don't think people realize sometimes how much coaches spend a season. Again, obviously it varies from team to team. Some teams are better funded than others, but there have been seasons I've gladly lost a lot of money just investing in the team, right? Because I love to do it. I love the kids. I love the coach, especially in college years. But anything to help them save money is a great one. I just want to reiterate to what Mike said, that, further education is a great option. Mike, you mentioned the coaches site, which is fantastic. Obviously, we've done some work with them. Coachthem.com is another one. Hockey Coach Vision is another one to look at. If your coach doesn't have a great drill developer, those two are great. But take a look out there. Ask the coach. Don't be bashful. Hey, do you have a subscription to this site? And like Mike said, it's 50% off right now. A lot of these, you can contact them and say, hey, we want to get our coach a gift. They'll give you a discount. Just reach out. And then now you're under that kind of $20, $15 mark per person for the coaching gift. And it's something they can use for a long time. And these are great tools. I'm speaking as a coach right now, having used a lot of those. Again, we're not promoting anything. We haven't been, I have to say this, we haven't been paid by anybody. There's no promotion. It's a gift giving episode. So we're going to mention companies that obviously we trust, but none of this is sponsored today. So those are great. Another one, Christy, you mentioned it, is that look, I'm always thankful for anything I get. I mean that. Anytime I get a gift from the team, it actually does make me feel like, wow, that you guys remember, you thought about it, whether it's a cup or not. But one of the gifts I love to get is those personalized, almost signed by the team gifts. I'm a big stickler of, I don't have any trophies, even though I've won plenty. I got to say that, but I don't have any trophies in my office. I have a lot of signed pictures and a lot of memories from teams. Now, I know most of you probably haven't had your pictures taken yet as a team, but you can get really cool, hockey stick frames, or little things with mats where the players can all sign it. I love those gifts because it reminds me of the commitment to that team that year. So if you're looking for more of a, as Christy said, sentimental gift, that's a great way to go. Get the players to sign it, get the parents to sign it. It's just a
This
thank
is
you.
a good old school one. Look at this Sherwood stick
Sticks,
frame.
yeah.
Isn't that
For those,
great?
Oh, I
for
love
those of you
that.
listening, Mike is showing us a really great Sherwood 50-30 wooden stick frame with a hockey player picture.
Just got that. I just got that.
Yeah, and you're smiling.
That's
You
a
got a huge
great
smile on
gift.
your face.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. So little things like that go a lot further than you think. And look, we also know some of you might be in a position where you love your coach. Some of you might be in a position where you're just, either way, it's nice to help them out. And
If you really don't like your coach, get him Starbucks. If you really like him, get him
right.
Dunkin' Donuts.
That's
This
the
is just a
gauge.
hockey coach.
Right.
Oh,
Now,
Starbucks, if you're listening, we apologize.
Ah,
I was gonna say, with that said, I don't ever mind coffee. So parents, listen, you're gonna hear this today throughout the episode. Bundling is the best way to save money. Bundle, bundle, bundle whenever you can. Again, I'm saying that as a business owner and someone who works in the hockey realm. The best deals are the bundled deals for multiple reasons. You got to remember, from a company standpoint, this is important to know. We save money when we bundle because we save on the shipping, and so do you. Right. So those are typically going to be the best deals you can get. And if you can pool together as parents to get those gifts, you're saving more money than you probably realize at the end of the day. Right. And look, to Mike's point too, maybe you have a special bond with your coach, or your kid's having a year with that coach where it's that they're really going the extra mile for your kid. Slip them the $100 Dunkin' Donuts or gift card under the table. Just you don't always have to tell the whole team about it, but do it the right way. Right. Just a special gift from us to you. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Flipping that, we're saying coaches. A lot of this could go for all the managers as well. Just kind of go in that direction. I've had 2 years in a row now with fantastic team managers just going above and beyond. And I think the same rules apply. Maybe not a coach them a subscription, but we said it before, a spa day, any kind of gift of just thank you for all the work you're doing. I think we all thank our managers, especially when they're doing a good job, but I don't ever fully understand if people know that is a full-time job for that mom or dad that's doing it. I mean, it's an immense amount of time, and you're dealing with other teams and calendars. I mean, let's just be honest, it's a gigantic pain in the ass.
Yeah, it was. And again, I can remember so one good thing if you're a young coach, if you're just somebody out of school and maybe you don't have a lot of money, and this is what I used to do. I don't know if it's even right, but I would get my gift cards and everything, and then I would kind of recycle them and give them to my managers and the assistant coaches. So I never really benefited from it, but I knew they weren't getting anything. I'm like, well, I can't really afford anything. So I got these great gift cards and now I'm kind of re-gifting them. But it's just remember the people that help you, head coaches,
Right.
are your team manager, your assistant coaches, the Zamboni driver, the person that cleans the locker rooms. These are the kind of people that it stands out in their head when you do nice things for them that don't cost a lot of money. It doesn't matter. That's not even as little the littlest things.
Yeah.
You could buy a Zamboni driver a nice little pair of deerskin gloves that costs $8 at Costco. Huge. It goes a long way. Just remember those little things because those are the people that help us keep our programs going. And these are the people that can give us an opportunity to make sure we have these games.
Yeah, it's important to show appreciation for all the people who make that season so much better for you because you know what everything's about the Zamboni driver, right?
Right.
That's a great idea. Just to say thank you. And aren't they the nicest people? They're always so pleasant, always on time, never complain. So why not show some appreciation for them? That's a great idea.
Yeah.
And the team managers, unsung heroes. Absolutely.
Every season. Yeah. And
Yeah.
look, I'll just say this again. If you really pull together and you make a list of people, the Zamboni drivers, the rink attendants that's always there, the coaches, the managers, even in some, I mean, you got to be careful with it, but even some cases, the referees, right? Especially around the holiday time. I think if you pool together as parents, you can get every one of those people I just listed a gift for under $20 a person. All right. If you plan, right? If you don't, it's going to be expensive. And let's be honest, we should all be doing our best to save at this moment in time in history, both economically and just because we are hockey parents and spend our entire life's worth on our children. Anyway, so coaches and managers, make sure to do that. And Mike, you brought up a good point. Zamboni drivers. Let's just kind of go through the list. Rink attendance. I think at the holidays, all of December, you should be giving every ref that walks in a $5 coffee coupon or gift card. I think as a team, you should buy 10 or 12 of those and just hand them out to the rest. Well, after the game, I should say, don't do it before the game. You might get in trouble if you do that.
No, so in lacrosse, it's crazy. Like in lacrosse, we pay our officials before the game starts. To both coaches come, you give them cash. They go, hey, let's go through the game.
That's
amazing.
This is
crazy. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. But again, yeah. But I think but that's a great point. And this is and actually I didn't think about this, but this is how when I'm working with organizations, this is one of the pieces of my advisory role that I try to get them to do is put money within their budgets,
right?
Front loading. So if I charge $5,000 to play hockey, make sure it's $5,025, and then take that $25 and put it to this gift fund. Because a lot of times people forget, B, just it's crazy around the holidays for a manager or somebody has to now collect the money. It's so much easier nowadays, right? Because you can just Venmo the person or Zelle them, or but back in the day, you had to actually collect checks, check people. Yeah, like okay, who didn't pay, who paid. But I think this way everyone pays. It's all baked in. And I think it just makes it so you as an organization can make sure that you're giving your coaches the respect that I think they deserve, and because of the work they're putting in, and it gives you an opportunity to then get in good with those other people that just, again, not to grease the wheel, but just to say thank you, you're doing this is unbelievable. And we really appreciate the fact that you're coming out here at 6:30 in the morning on a Saturday in a snowstorm to make sure we have a rink to play on.
I like that idea. That certainly would take away the worry that you're forgetting somebody too, if it's all front loaded. And it's better, especially when you think about the refs, rather than individual teams come up with money to pay them individually, to have the organization come up with a little slush fund on the side and say, okay, this is what we're going to do with this money.
It's probably a little like safer that way too.
Safer,
it's just like, hey, this is an organizational gift card.
And I'll say this too, as the Mite coach here, when you have that 6:30 a.m. game 3 hours away, get the other team's coaches some coffee cards. Just thank them for coming out, right? And especially if you're gonna spank them. Anyway, look, this is all great stuff, and I think it's I do want to reiterate too. This is kind of a side point, but it's true. Be nice to the refs this holiday season. I don't know if everybody out there realizes that we are in a massive referee shortage, and it's because the refs have been abused. Just thank them for being there, please. They're doing the best they can, hopefully. And again, a little gift card goes a long way. We need to take care of our referees a lot better than we're doing, and thank them for taking the time. But Mike, I want to reiterate what you said, and Christy, you too. In the spirit of the season, if you will, you don't have to do much to let somebody know you appreciate them. All right. You don't have to do much. And whether it's a gift card or a team gift or anything, just something to acknowledge, hey, thank you, goes a really long way. And it'll make you feel good too. Right. That's the idea. So let's just not forget that. I know we hear that every single year. Did you hear that every time a ref gets a gift, an angel gets his wings? I don't know. That was like a little Nicky impression I just did there. Moving on to the part of the show that you've all been waiting for, your player. Mike, I need a $350 hockey stick to be better. And if I don't get it, Mom, Dad, I might not be able to play ever again. It's going to happen. Your kid's going to beg you for some piece of equipment that is ungodly price that they don't need. You and I know it, but you're going to get it for them because they want it. And it's the holiday season. So the first thing I want to say, and I have to say this is just a team building coach and as a parent, if you're going to splurge on your kid this holiday season, for Pete's sake, please make sure you set up some sort of system where they have to earn it in some way. Before it's under the Christmas tree or it's on a night of Hanukkah or whatever it is, please set up a way as a parent of, I will get you that stick if you do this in school, if you do this before the game. Just have them earn it so they can appreciate it more. All right. I'm not even getting into the cost thing yet, but I'm begging parents to do that to make kids accountable. I know many of you do, but if you're the one who doesn't, this is your heads up. to try and say, yes, I will get you the $350 hockey stick. That boggles my mind that sticks cost that much, but you have to earn it, right? It's also a great time, Christy, I'm sure you're going to want to talk about this, to kind of replace old equipment, and now's the time, right? Because you're going to start to see the holiday deals. And I want to say this again, we're going to get into this from a individual player point of view, and then we're also going to get into it from a, hey, I want to get all the players on the team a gift. But this is where I'm going to reiterate what I said earlier. Bundle. Look for bundles online and in stores. You will save money when you see them. All right. It's not typically not some cheap ploy just to get you to buy more. And obviously it comes down to what you need, and it comes down to what you want for the holidays, but find ways to bundle. All right. And the best deals I've always said at the holiday time are bundled deals. But Christy, I'm going to throw this to you because you have supported 2 children through college, right? Now I know obviously it gets a little easier once they get to college, but what are your thoughts on this? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't.
Really?
Yeah, it's more specific, right?
Well, that's in my bank account.
Right. Fair enough. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, the kids always, when they were little, always had hockey gifts on their Christmas list. Santa Claus was very generous during the holiday season. Absolutely. Make sure that they are deserving of that $350 hockey stick. And that can come in the way of good grades. You got to keep your grades up, be a good team player, be courteous, be a good kid. And yeah, they would find that under the Christmas tree. Every year they pretty much got what they wanted. And it's great. And it's funny because, that's all usually they wanted some years, which made the shopping a lot easier. Because the Christmas tree wasn't loaded with all the, toys and all that. That's what they wanted because that was their passion. Shop early, look for good deals. See if you can go down to your local hockey shop, patronize them. A lot of times they'll give you discounts. You can trade old equipment in for new equipment. They're pretty good about that. So there are some ways you can save too. It doesn't have to hit you real hard if you're smart about how you shop.
Micah, sauce the puck over to you here. You've been around this world for a bit.
Thanks. I thanks for that compliment. But I think it's so I don't know. It's so weird when I was thinking about this question. I don't tend to buy my guys like hockey gifts because they're always getting hockey gear, and it's like all the time. So I try not to I try not to get like, oh, you want the brand new stick or anything like that. I mean, I tend to try to sneak hockey things in. Like me, I would get them the Our Kids Play Hockey book bundle, like, right, if I had an 8U or a 10U kid, like, or the coffee cup. It's always good. But, just thinking about, like, wow, I could get them this whole setup of books here. Kids have something to read. Like, I'm always trying to, like, subliminally, just try to drive my kids towards hockey all the time. So anytime I can, get them a hockey book or something they can learn from, like whether it's, even like the NHL, 23 or a new video game or something like that. I always tend to, usually they're asking in a hockey related context. But certainly I would think that, and any of us want to do that with the holiday time. If you're looking at an individual child, right? If you say, wow, this person's really been one of the kids has been asking for this and asking for this and asking for this. Nope. I don't see there any issue like coming out of there with a brand new pair of gloves, or gets he or she gets to go back to hockey practice with a new sweatsuit, or a super deker, or something that's going to enable them to enjoy the sport more and get better at it and feel good. Feel good. They got something they really wanted and they earned and they asked for and they received, right? So I think it's not that bad. As far as the team goes, I always look for stuff that's just more inclusive. Like anything like you're saying, if it's a bundle, it's an inclusive bundle. It's something where all the kids can enjoy. Don't forget about your goaltenders. Think about how you're going to, and it doesn't have to be a physical item. It could be and again, this is maybe a little outside the box for a lot of organizations, but like maybe it's a team building session with Lee, and you say, like, hey, on Wednesday night before practice, we're all going to meet, and because it costs money, these things cost money, whether it's you or another speaker or somebody that kind of comes in like a cameo type of environment where somebody's giving the kids a motivational holiday, speech
Right.
or teaching moment. It doesn't have to be a physical item. It could be a thing where they're all sitting in the locker room and all of a sudden, all their iPhones pop up and there's so-and-so giving, a little motivational, half hour, 45-minute presentation on being a great teammate, on being a great athlete. That's the way I look at team type of
That's a
gifts.
great idea.
That's, for me.
I'm not. First off, I really appreciate that you think that much of me, that you would say that about me to do that. But you know what? I actually never.
Well, we've seen it happen.
Way.
We've seen it. We've actually seen teams do this, right?
Well,
so,
I have been
to
asked
me,
to
it's
do
like,
that. Yeah.
Don't spend the money on maybe you don't have to buy all the kids, custom pucks with their name on it. They could get them. Right. You could get them, which is great. Which is great. But you can think about other things and say, wow, I got 20 kids on a team. They really are. They're doing great. They love the sport. I'm going to have like a mental toughness person come in and talk to them, or I'm going to have a nutritionist come and talk to them. That's a gift.
It is.
Like, to me, that's something really cool that you can give them because they've earned the right to feel like a team.
So, Mike, you're bringing up a really great point that actually the three of us have talked about off air. When you're giving a gift to the team or the players, you said books, right? You said these speaking opportunities. And we find a lot of parents go, well, what, the kids don't want that. No, you might not want to read. You might not want to sit through a presentation, but your kids actually love it. It's one of the misnomers. Again, obviously we've talked about this. Christy and I have written books, right? And it's like, we get that from parents. Well, I don't know if my kid likes to read. Your kid has to read for school anyway, right? Yeah. And everyone who gets these hockey books, these kids love these books. I'm not just talking about ours. I'm just talking about any hockey book. So I know parents who might hate to read. Don't overlook that. First off, extremely affordable gift to get a book for these kids, right? A very, very affordable team gift. All right. And then on top of it, again, kids eat this stuff up. I have been, Mike, you bring up a great point. I've been brought in throughout the year, but at the holiday time period, to do team building talks and not just talks, obviously physical exercise and stuff. The kids love it and they don't get it that often. Right. And again, I'm going to say it right now, my teams are spoiled because I do this with them every week. But this is something that is expanding in the hockey world. And Mike, you can attest to this too. There's so much more demand now for team building experts because it's becoming part of the game and people know you need it to win. That is a great idea to do that as a gift.
Well, and I would say that in today's world, because we've opened up this world that, a virtual conference and an opportunity to speak with somebody over the internet is not foreign anymore. It used to be like, if people are like, oh, that's kind of cheap. The guy's just going to call in. Like, that's kind of lame. Well, now it's like, okay, well, no, this is unbelievable. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. Brian Trottier is doing a book, right? Come out, brand new book. It's all about his life in hockey. It's about his diversity. It's about his, growing up in the situation he grew up in. And I could pretty much guarantee you this. If you're an organization and you said, we want to have Brian Trottier come on and talk about his life, and we're going to buy a bunch of books for our kids, he would be on Zoom in 4 seconds at 7:00 at night on a Wednesday talking about that. And it's just that's the way the world we live in. But take advantage of that opportunity and use that to say, wow, our kids got something that really basically the other 15 organizations around me would never, not only not do, would never think of.
Well, they'll remember it
now
forever.
My kids come out of there with something that's a real gift. Like that to me is a really fun, memorable gift that they have for the
whole team, right? This one's not even just limited to players, right? That's the whole team.
They'll talk about that for years to come too.
Right. Yeah,
no doubt. I mean, I know we've gone back to Christy's book a lot with the Puck Hog, but that was our gift for our 8U kids. They to this day, these kids are out of high school right now, and they'll still remember that fun time because they were mom and dad sitting at the tables at the rink reading the book, like and being gifted the book. And so I think it's like it's just another way. If they all got 3 rolls of tape, they'd be like, oh, okay, you got 3 rolls of tape.
Yeah.
But but hey, thanks, coach. I could have got that, in my basement. But
that's expensive. 3 rolls of tape is expensive.
This goes back to pooling, right? Take those 3 rolls of tape, multiply it by your team, and you're at the same place of getting something actually really cool.
Right. I just want to say this: 3 rolls of tape is going to be $15 a player.
Yeah.
You can do better than that, right? And I said I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to. This is how I'll say it. If you are interested in anything Mike is saying that we could provide, email at us at team@ourkidsplayhockey.com, and we do bundle our books. We do bundle our company stuff with wraparound and stuff. So if you're interested in that, because I'm not going to sell it right here, just email us team@ourkidsplayhockey.com. say, hey, I'm interested in a team deal that you guys provided. We'll have a conversation. I don't
Yeah,
want
and I
to.
apologize. I didn't make it to mean
Yeah.
like a sales call, but
It's
it's
not. It's
definitely
not. Yeah.
but it's something where thinking outside of what we normally do,
Right.
which is fun for me. Like to me, if I'm a coach, I'm like, this is something I want to be in this team meeting too. Like
Right.
this is going to be something fun for me as
So,
well.
Mike, that's a great way to put it. If you're interested in a team deal that perhaps any of the three of us could provide, email us at team@ourkidsplayhockey.com. And we will have a conversation and help you kind of craft that perfect team gift from our pooled resources. And we'd love to do it. Again, Christy and I do readings all the time online of our book. So if that's something special you want to do, or you want to get in contact with Mike, Mike knows everybody. I mean that in the best possible way. He's not kidding about Trottier. He will do that. And Trottier is a great story. People don't realize he's First Nation. He's Indigenous. He's one of the first ever to play in the NHL. Nobody knows that about him. He's a Hall of Famer. He's won 4 cups. Amazing human. I don't want to get into that. It'll be a sidetrack. But we're getting towards the end of the episode here. But I want to say that again. If it's outside the realm of what we're talking, you want to get a team gift. One last tip: reach out to a company that you think you want to get one for each kid, and say, "Hey, I want to get a team gift." Guarantee you, 95% of them will get back and say, yeah, I can give you a discount on that if you buy 10 or more, 20 or more. But you sometimes you have to reach out. Not every business is forward thinking like that. But if you see something, you go, hey, I want to get these for my team, just email them. Right. And if they don't have an email, I don't know what they're doing. But it's a great way to pull resources. Go ahead. Well, Mike's
right. And the biggest thing nowadays is you all have access. Anybody listening to this probably is on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Just send somebody a direct message.
Totally.
It's the easiest. It's almost better than email because you're on your Twitter and your Instagram and all this other stuff more. And you're like, and most of these people have social media people that understand that when, a coach comes in and says, hey, I want to know about this twig, stick handling tool. I'd like to get my whole team this. Can you guys help me out on the price? Because I see online it's this. And no doubt about it that the organization's saying, yep, send me your address. Here's the bill. Venmo, money, done.
Right. Yeah, Mike, you're totally right. And it's funny. I just had a company, a major national company, just to prove your point, that I needed some assistance. I emailed them, nothing. I messaged them on their app, nothing. I talked to the driver that delivers this product, and I said, I can't get in contact with anybody. And he says, message them on Facebook.
Yes.
Right. And I did. And they got back to me that day. Now, that's still mind-boggling to me that I couldn't get them through their sources. It's funny, when I message them on Facebook, it's thanks for coming to the source. That's what they said to me. I'm like, this isn't the source. This is Facebook. But here's the point. But
they're on Facebook all day. The kids that are working at these places, they're on their own social media sites. You're like, let me get them where they're at.
So I'm talking to you, overzealous team manager.
I've had a lot of luck connecting people on Twitter.
Yeah.
Incredible. Just people who are pretty famous. I'm like, this is really you. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It's incredible how quickly they respond to you on social media.
But you have to act now. No, seriously. That's why we're doing this episode kind of in early November here, because we wanted to make sure that we gave you all enough time to kind of think about this, because you can't wait till mid-December. You can't wait till really after Black Friday, Cyber Monday to do these things. If you do it now, you can really do some great work. And I'm going to say this again, because this is the key. It's one of the reasons we made the show. You will save a lot of money. You really will save a lot of money, or even better, you'll save other people money, right? Again, if you might be in a position where you're doing great, that's fine. I guarantee you there's someone on your team that's not. So do this for each other, especially if you're in a great team environment this year. And then the last tip before I close this out is just, look, the best deals tend to be Black Friday, Cyber Monday, but this is what I would say. The deals, if you see deals right now, they're usually pretty good. The Black Friday through Cyber Monday deals are usually 30%, 40% off something. But, unless it's something specific you want, if you see something you like and you see a good deal, take the deal. You're saving pennies if you wait most of the time. I'm not going to say that everything. Some companies do have amazing sales on Black Friday, Cyber Monday. But they know what they're doing too. And it's all about margins. So if you see something you like, go for it. If you really want to personalize, and as I was saying before, to the overzealous team manager, I'm talking to you right now. Now's the time to start. You can get a great gift for your coaches, your players, your managers, Zamboni driver, the referee, the rink attendant, or your favorite 3 podcast hosts on whatever show that may be. No, we love providing this. So a few things before I close it out. Again, If you're interested in anything that we've talked about and you just want some clarification, email us, team@ourkidsplayhockey.com. We'll help redirect you in the right direction. We love to do that. That's why we're here. Number two, this is our 101st episode. Somehow it snuck by us that we had our 100th episode last week. So we want to thank you all. Just to close this out, we're talking about giving back. Thank you all for 100 episodes. You were able to, in that time, put us on the top 10 charts in the hockey podcast category, which is unbelievable. Mike, Christy, and I have really become amazing friends. We talk to each other obviously every week, but the things we've been able to accomplish together, both in person and online, have been amazing. And then above all, you as the audience, the emails we get, the messages, all three of us get individually and as a group. Almost every one of them leads with, "Hey, thank you so much for making this show. I thought I was alone. Great things." And then here's my topic suggestion. Here's my question. Here's my concern. How can we fix this together? That is exactly why we made this show. That is exactly the purpose of this show. So from all three of us, I just want to thank you for being an incredible loyal audience, an incredibly gracious audience, and that for letting us know that we're filling in a gap right now that needed to be filled. And we're going to hopefully do a few hundred more episodes here. As we I'm just going to make it now, guys. We're going to take my kids all the way through high school with this show. So another 12 years of Our Kids Play Hockey, whatever that will be, that'll be a virtual show by that point. But no, I want to thank you all. But anyway, I'm going to close it out, Christy and Mike, unless you have anything else before I do that.
Yeah, just really quickly, we were going to touch upon this and we ran out of time. But if you're thinking about holiday parties for the kids, a fun holiday party, we actually rented a room at a hotel and they let us have the pool. So the kids had a swimming party and then we just headed over into the party room and had a holiday party for them. It wasn't expensive at all. They gave us a great deal. Pool your money on that. Also, if you want to rent the ice at a rink for an hour, they usually have party rooms there too, and just make it a fun skate. Just kids, just go out there and have a blast. No
Great
drills, no hockey. Leave the sticks home. Just come out and skate with your friends. That's another good idea too. We forgot to mention those.
Oh, we did. You just mentioned it. No, that's a great point.
Yeah.
Never you make a great point, Christy. Never underestimate the joy of just skating together.
Skating
without gear, just
no
skating.
gear.
Right.
Yeah.
Kids love
Make
that. I take that for granted with my son too much, that he just wants to skate sometimes.
Yeah.
And I did that as a kid. So that's a great point. Mike.
Yeah, put the holiday music on and just have a blast.
Mike, I hear the jingle bells behind you.
I'm getting kicked out of my office, I think. But no, it was no, great. 100 episodes. That's pretty cool. I don't know if that's good or bad that we didn't know that, but
we're busy people. Like, yeah,
it's been so seamless. It's good.
Definitely want to thank Caitlin too for making sure she crops me correctly. They've been pretty good in the last couple episodes, so I appreciate that, making me look like I don't have too much crap going on behind me. But I think it's but no, it's been really fun. It's been I think this has been, these are the kind of episodes for me. Like, again, this is a perfect timing, right? That for me now, I start thinking about, oh, geez, I got to get my stuff getting going here. And I actually forgot that I had done that. And that was something that somebody really liked. So yeah, if you ever, if you're somebody that listens to the show, reach out, send a message. Most of the time, I mean, I know we get back to everyone, and most of the time it's really simple, easy things that seem like they might be hard, but they're simple fixes.
Right.
And so sometimes just a matter of, just like we do here, sometimes it's just a matter of talking it out and saying, okay, cool, that was good. Now I see the perspective that I didn't see before, and now I can react to it. So this is as therapeutic to us as I think it is to anybody that listens to the show, for sure.
I agree. Thanks for pointing that out, Mike.
Well, I'll just put in closing again. We made a lot of great suggestions today. If you have suggestions, maybe we didn't talk about that you think this audience needs to hear, email us, team@ourkidsplayhockey.com. Or if you have any questions, again, it's always an open email, team@ourkidsplayhockey.com. It is one of us that answers it. So make sure you send it over there. And again, want to give a shout out, as Mike said, to our producer, Caitlin Reese, who really makes this show run. She edits it, she puts it together, she produces it. We would not be doing this as well as we can without her. So thank you, Caitlin. And with that said, I'm going to close it out. Christy Cash, Anna Burns, Mike Pinelli, Lee Elias, 101 episodes. We'll just use the Dalmatian excuse on that one. But thanks for being with us, everybody. Again, we're here with you through the new year. We are going to have an episode every week. But I'll say it now, just so we say it all the time. Happy holidays to all you out there. I know we're getting into the cold months of hockey hell, so enjoy it. With that said, everybody have a wonderful day. Thanks for listening to this episode of Our Kids Play Hockey. Take care. We hope you enjoyed this edition of Our Kids Play Hockey. Make sure to like and subscribe right now if you found value wherever you're listening, whether it's a podcast network, a social media network, or our website, ourkidsplayhockey.com. Also, make sure to check out our children's book, When Hockey Stops, at whenhockeystops.com. It's a book that helps children deal with adversity in the game and in life. We're very proud of it. But thanks so much for listening to this edition of Our Kids Play Hockey, and we'll see you on the next episode.